guys, Tika Taylor here today, bringing you back another A to Z build challenge video. We are so close to the end, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm so super excited about tomorrow's build, but we're not ready for that. We are here with this build, and let me tell you, I love this one so much. I feel like CC is just something that, I absolutely love it because it makes the builds look so good, like just unbelievably good. And I love that. So yeah, in case you're wondering, I don't use CC in all of my builds. It is something that I generally do just for this challenge. Although when I first got into CC, I did do a couple of random builds here and there with CC, but yeah, in case you're worried, I do not use CC all the time. It is just for this challenge, which I will explain in a second, but the reason why I don't use CC outside of it is because I've got another little series going on called the Pokemon Build series, where I do a build for each and every Pokemon, and I'm so excited to get back into that. I don't know, it's just something really exciting to have to go through, and it's kind of like when they're coming up with Pokemon, like they have to go through everything they've already done and try and come up with something new and special and unique and, you know, whatnot, and I feel like I'm doing the same sort of thing with the builds, but the builds are kind of loosely inspired by said Pokemon. So yeah, if you're interested in that, definitely check out those videos. There is a playlist. Realized that there was a video missing from that playlist, and I'm not sure why, because I'm pretty sure I remembered to add it back. There was an issue where I accidentally deleted the video and had to re-upload it, and then needed to, re-upload it to that, playlist, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but that's not the point. The point being is I have that series, but at the same time, yes, I also have this challenge. So this is a challenge I've done for a few years now. This is my 3rd year doing it, and so that is why I've taken a break in that challenge to do this build, challenge. So it's not just a build challenge, but I don't really do get gas. That's cast and gameplay, in case you were wondering. I don't really do either. So yeah, it's a build and cast creation. Ow! Sorry, my cat is being extremely naughty for some reason. I don't know why. She is trying to demand dinner at the moment. Also being naughty in ways that she knows will bother me. Not bother me, but like things she knows are naughty, so that I will go feed her, but it's not even her dinner time yet. And she just tried biting something that I had in my hand but got my thumb instead. I don't think you really care, do you? You just want dinner. I promise after this video it will be your dinner time. Well, it'll be closer to your dinner time. I'm hungry too, so you know what, we'll do a deal. I'll feed you right after, okay? Should be your dinner time by then anyway. Hopefully she's not continuing to be naughty, but you know, hungry cat will do as a hungry cat does. Anyway, yeah, what was I saying about the challenge, Mackie? I can't remember. The challenge, yeah, it's a fun little challenge that I do every year. Again, I've done it for 3 years, so it's something that I didn't want to stop doing. I wanted to keep doing it, which is why I'm taking sort of like a break during the middle of this challenge, this build series, the Pokemon build series, to do this challenge, but I'm going to be doing that every year. So yeah, if you've never heard of this challenge before, it is a build and cast challenge where each week you get a new letter and you do a build based on said letter. I do it in a month, so I do it in 26 days, not 26 weeks, which is why, yeah, if you go back to like yesterday's video and whatnot, there's just like a ton of builds available. So yeah, I do it in 26 days, and like usual, I've left it to the last minute, so I've created a new build schedule for myself for this year, so that I can stay on top of it for once, so I'm not falling very far behind, because I'm not going to lie to you guys, tomorrow's build I haven't started it, but I did go CC shopping for it, so I've got some stuff that I'm super excited to use and get involved with, and yeah, I'm very, very keen and excited for that. So yeah, definitely stick around for those builds. If you haven't checked out the other ones, definitely check those builds out. But yeah, this challenge, like I said, you get a new letter each week. It's 2 rules. One of them I'm already breaking. The second one is more of a guideline. But the first rule is no CC. Now, I know I'm using it, and to tell you guys no CC, it's kind of like a bit, a bit hypocritical. But the point of this challenge is so that everybody can get involved and we can, like, have a look at everyone's builds. So with CC, I might not have the same CC as you, so when I go to tour, it might not be, like I said, the same CC. And the other thing is that, the first year I did it, it was a challenge where people could vote on the builds to say, like, which one was their favourites, and then I decided to get rid of voting. And then this year I was also going to do voting again, but have some special judges, but then, some stuff came up and I decided to scrap that idea. So, I've gone back and forth with a bunch of things, but that no CC rule has been pretty hard and fast with it, I guess. The second one is more, like I said before, is more of a guideline, and it's you can do as many or as little builds as you want. So if you want to do just one build, one cast, throughout the entire time, you can do one, that's fine. I have zero issue with you doing one of the weeks or the multiple weeks. It's more like a challenge with multiple it's mini challenges. It's multiple mini challenges. It's not one challenge. So if you want to get involved, definitely feel free in getting involved and having fun with it, because seriously, it's something that's really, really fun and can help you get outside your comfort zone and build things that maybe you're not confident in, or there's a lot of ideas that I've built that I've never really tried before. There are also builds that I've done before that I just wanted to do better. And so, it's kind of balancing all of those ideas in one. And so I'll do some things that I haven't done before, I'll do some things that I'm not very confident with, and I'll do some things that I am a lot more confident with and feel happy with. I kind of mix it all up, and it's a really fun challenge when you do mix it up like that. So if you do want to get involved, definitely stick around. It happens from July till December. And as we get closer, I'll talk about it more on the rules and how it's set up and the time zone stuff and whatnot. So, don't worry, if you do want to get involved, you absolutely can. It's just, it will be from July to December. Because there's 26 weeks in the second half of the year. It's 26 letters. It works out really, really well. And I'm very, very keen for that. So if you want to get involved, definitely stick around. I do primarily do whatever on my Instagram, but I'm reevaluating that. So I'm probably going to put it in the community tab here, and in my Discord, and also probably still Instagram. So there will be those 3 places to tell you the hashtags and the due dates, I guess. The best place for the due date, I would say, would be Discord, because I can do time relevant, when you look at the time, it's in your time zone. When I look at it, it's in my time zone, so it's really handy to have that. But I know not everybody has Discord or wants to be a part of Discord, and let me tell you, the amount of Discord communities I'm in that I have just, oh goodness, I've had to mute them all, and some of them I just ended up leaving because I would wake up to 25 notifications every morning, and I know 25 might not seem like a lot, but they were from the same handful of places. Now some of them I'm a part of because they're gaming Discords and I want to get keep up to date with the with the updates, so I don't leave those ones. But there are some people who at everyone for everything that they post, and every single time they go live, and every single time they do, it's just, it's very annoying, it's very frustrating to wake up to so many notifications. I get notified on Twitch when people go live, so I don't really want to be notified also in Discord that people have gone live. So there are a few people who I'm considering leaving their Discords purely for all the notifications that happen. In mine, I removed the notifications so that if I do go live, I haven't got any specific to anyone, like being notified. It's just a chat that's basically sent. It removes the at everyone, but I'm thinking about putting one specifically so that if people do want to get notified, they can. But if they don't, then they don't have to have that specific live notification. And I think I'd like that a lot, because there are some people who go live and I love getting their notifications, because I don't know, sometimes they're funny, they're witty. It's not waking up to 25 notifications every morning. It's, yeah, just like a few notifications here or there, and it's not very overwhelming with it. It's not very common. So, yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't mind some notifications. It's just, yeah, the amount of notifications can be quite frustratingly overwhelming. So, yeah, long story short, I don't have those notifications, thank goodness. But yeah, sometimes I go on these weird tangents. I apologize. Probably should talk about this build. Hey, so I did this build last year. Not this build, but this similar build, but without CC, last year for this challenge, and I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. It was really, really pretty, and I wanted to do it again because I think, yeah, like I was saying before, CC can just make things look so beautiful. And so that's what I decided to do, was just, yeah, build another Yule Ball, so very Harry Potter Great Hall inspired, and I am really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really, really nice. Maybe I could have added a few more plants here or there. When you see how many I had, maybe you'll disagree, but I think there's never enough plants. I feel like I could have added more. But yeah, in the end, I'm pretty happy with it. It's not a very big build, and that was intentional, because if you've been keeping up to date with the series, you'll know how I got behind one day and then it just ruined it. Like it was, like, that build broke and I couldn't even upload it, and I just was not having a good time, and it really threw my whole schedule off. So yeah, we were definitely focusing on much smaller builds now, because it's kind of insane having all these huge builds and being so overwhelmed by them. So I'm just simply not going to be overwhelmed by them. You know, the next build that I'm going to do, I already know what I want to do. I just have to pick where I want to do it, and yeah, try and keep it minimal. I feel like the lot I'm thinking of, there's two lots I'm thinking of, and one of them is bigger than the other, and I think I'm going to go with the smaller one just because it makes sense. It is something that will be a lot more manageable than the bigger lot, because I think the bigger lot is big. It's either 50 by 50 or 64 by 64, and I'm pretty sure it's a square lot, but yeah, it's a very, very big one, and I think the smaller one, I think, is like 30 by 40 maximum. I also could do a very, I think there's one that's 20 by 15 I could use, but I think that might be a little bit too small for what I'm thinking, so, you know, we'll figure it out when we get there. But, you know, like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed this build. I really, really did. It was something that I feel like I wouldn't ever really attempt one of these builds without this challenge. And that's another thing I love about this challenge, is it's just something that I don't know if I would have done this without this challenge existing. It's just really, really good to kind of get outside your comfort zone and build something new and different, and kind of explore what you can and can't build, what you feel comfortable in, what you don't. And you can do that every day that you build. Like, you could pick, okay, I'm not very good with a cottage style, which I don't think I am, and you could go in and you could try out a cottage styled build. Like, you could go in and pull apart all these other builds and have a look at, okay, what have these people done? Why do I like it? What does it look good to me? And, you know, really, really pull it apart that way. But yeah, I just, it's such a good little challenge to do that. Like, I haven't done a cottage for this build, I don't think. I've worked a lot in the chicken world. What's it? Henford on bagel. That's what it's called to me. You cannot convince me otherwise. Henford on bagel. but yeah, I do a lot of builds in that world, but I haven't really approached a cottage. And, you know, maybe next year that'd be a great place to start, is to build a cottage, but I have not. I have not built a cottage. I have not built a, there's a lot of builds that I haven't attempted, but there are a lot of builds that I have. There's a lot of builds that I've re-attempted to try and do better, and, you know, there's just different things, and that's what that's what I love about this challenge. I know I'm going on and on about it, but I really do think that this challenge is really, really good if you are somebody who does struggle with certain styles or builds, or coming up with ideas. You know, coming up with a list of, I tried to come up with a list for every single letter, at least 9 builds for every single letter. Some of them I could not, like X, could not. I think the later alphabet, I was going to say numbers, letters. The later letters in the alphabet, I really struggled with coming up with ideas. But outside of that, you know, I feel pretty confident with most of them. Like the earlier ones, like Q, was stuck, but again, most other ones I was doing really, really well. And same with Cass ideas. I came up with a bunch of ideas because when I post on Instagram what I have, like what the challenge is and when it's due and all that sort of stuff, I'll put in ideas just in case people want to, like, if you guys need help with ideas and whatnot. So yeah, I'll chuck those in. And like I said, I was trying to come up with at least 9 different ideas. I think I only put a maximum of 5 in the like, I was gonna say slides, but in the pictures I uploaded. But yeah, again, it's like there's so many things for some letters that you could build that some letters it's impossible to pick what you could build for that letter. But other letters, it's like I can only think of this one thing, and that's it. That's the only thing I can think of. So yeah, it's very stressful, I guess. Yeah, like it's very overwhelming, over the top stressful to do these builds in 26 days. But that's why I do it in 26 weeks for you guys, because even if you do a room, which is perfectly fine if you want to do just a room, it's 26 rooms, and I've known a couple of people who have done 3-4 rooms in one go. And, you know, that's it. They just do it in one go. They'll do a couple builds here or there. Like, let's say you do 4. That's a month's worth of the challenge done. And it's only run for 6 months, so you only have to do that 6 times. And it makes it a lot more manageable than having to do 6, you know, massive builds and whatnot. And the same goes for Cass. If you just want to do, like, I guess, like a little, like, one outfit, or, like, one sim or whatever. Now, I know people can spend, like, 6+ hours just on one sim, perfecting them and making them look the way that they want and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, like, if you want to do that, go ahead. But if you want to do something a bit more simple, that is absolutely a-okay as well. Also, with Cass, I just want to put it out there that if you can do it in Cass, you can do it for the challenge. So if you want to do, like, an animal, you know, take a horse and make it look like a zebra, or a dog and make it look like a raccoon, whatever you want, you can do any of that. If it's possible in Cass, you can put it into the like, you can do it. So yeah, like, I don't really know Cass all that well. I honestly randomize my sims and go from there. If I ever needed to, if I ever needed a new world. But now I use Seriously Sims save file. I think that's what it's called. Whenever I need a new save file, that's all I do, is I just get that save file. And I'm thinking of, yeah, getting that save file again and transferring some builds over so that I can get up to date with some of the new worlds, because I think there's maybe 1 or 2 that are not quite empty, and I moved a sim onto, like, the sim that's kind of in the background, I moved it onto the lot, I moved that sim into a lot so I could take screenshots and work on a build, and now there's a sim in my world, and I didn't want that, so yeah. I also downloaded a build off the gallery. It was just a random build that I found so that I could move the sim into a house instead of just having them move into an empty lot. For absolutely no reason. I don't know why I did that. So yeah, long story short, I don't Cass. I'm pretty sure the last time I actually tried to cast was when I was messing around with my roommate Onion, because when The Sims was free, he downloaded it, and yeah, we ended up, I say we, it was all him, building a green sim named Shregaloni Fettuccine, which, saying that, makes me so hungry right now. I would love some pasta right now, like just some creamy pasta. Like I don't care what's in it. I don't care what it's made of. Like just give me some good creamy pasta, please. That's all I want right now. But anyway, yeah, he is a distant relative of Shrek, and he lives in a basement. He owns the house. He lives in the basement, and his entire career, I guess, is robbing banks. And what else? He has 2 roommates upstairs who, they both fell in love. I don't know if they got married, because I don't think Onion cares enough to actually play the game and, you know, create proper families and whatnot. But yeah, Stregaloni Fettuccine has two upstairs neighbors. I can't remember. I think one of them is like Liberty Lee and the other's like Summer Holiday or something like that. But whoever they are, they were just two townies who fell in love and live upstairs. But yeah, that's really the extent of cast. Was watching Onion make Shregaloni Fettuccine, who has unfortunately been lost to the sands of time. I don't know what happened. We have no idea where Shregaloni's gone. But yeah, he existed. But anyway, yeah, look. If you've enjoyed my builds or my rambling, if you want to hear more about Shregaloni, I guess, make sure to subscribe. I come out with a new video every single day except the last 2 days of February. Yeah, last 2 days of February. But yeah, after this challenge, we'll be getting back into the Pokemon build series. So yeah, like I said, if you want to see stuff like that, make sure to stick around. I'm going to be taking those 2 days off in February to work on some of those builds and get them pre-uploaded. I'm going to get back into pre-uploading things, back into streaming my builds. So if you want to see me stream, I stream over on Twitch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!